I lost my son due to, in a big part, bullying. Of course, sometimes I hesitate to call it that for a couple reasons. One, I'm not real happy with the label. I don't like the word bullying. I don't think it's accurate, or I think it's inadequate, I should say. But the biggest reason I don't like to call it bullying is because, it's all severe and it all sucks real bad. It's stupid to do to other people. But the bullying Nate received was unaliving in nature. Some of the things that they said to him. So now here I am in the aftermath, trying to guide my other boys, Nate's brothers. And I find myself with a new mission, a new purpose. Although I don't think it's new, I think it's always been there. But I want to do something about this bullying problem. Because everybody complains about it. All the people who are bullied and the people that love the people who are bullied are all saying somebody should do something. Somebody should do something. Well, I didn't want to be one of those people that said somebody should do something. I figure I'll just do it myself. But what can I do? How can I stop the bullying problem? In the days and weeks after we lost him, I had plenty of time to think about it. And I came up with a very important answer. There's nothing I can do to stop the bullying problem. I cannot get other people to quit bullying. The only thing that I can do is the only thing that can be done. Trust me, I've explored all the paths. The only way I can get rid of bullying in this world, for my kids, your kids, is to remove bullying from within myself. It's the only thing that I can do. But how do I do it? How does anybody do it? We all say stuff sometimes that could be considered bullying. That's when I realized that this thing that we label bullying isn't a person. And it's not a type of person. There are no bullies. We're all the bully. Bullying is a behavior that is inherent in all human beings. We all have it. It's in all of our nature. Some of us may use it more often, but we all have it. So the only thing I can do to get rid of bullying is to remove it from within myself. And that's the only thing you can do. So as I laid around, looked at the sky, thought about this whole bullying problem and what I could do in Nate's honor, I realized something else important. That bullying isn't just made up of the bully. And that seems to be where all of our focus goes. All of our focus goes on the bully. We hate on the bully. We shame the bully. We talk bad about the bully. We think and feel bad about the bully. We don't like them. We think they suck. But the problem is that it's made up of more than just the bully. The bully is just one part. I saw that there are 3 parts to this bullying epidemic. And if we only focus on the bully, then we never cure it. And that's why we have never accomplished any headway in this problem. Now, there are some people that realize there's a second part. And those people realize that the true second part is the victim. It's the person that receives the bullying. You can't have a bully without a victim. Right there, that's 2 pieces, 2 parts. So I realized that if I really want to get rid of bullying in this world and in myself, that I have to get rid of victim mentality from within myself. Now, that doesn't mean, getting rid of victim mentality doesn't mean that nothing happened. It doesn't mean you're ignoring it or ignoring the pain or ignoring the abuse. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-identification with that abuse. Oh, something happened to me. I was bullied. It's a tough topic, and that's the reason most people avoid it. But there are some people who know about this victim. And typically, they shame that victim. They say, oh, the parents need to teach their kids how to stand up for themselves. You know, they blame and they shame this victim. But they're not seeing that there are no victims. That's why I don't like that label either. Because this victim mentality is a behavior inherent to all humans, just like bullying. And if we want to eliminate bullying, we can't just focus on one. We got to focus on all the parts. So we have to remove the bully from within. And we have to remove that victim from within. But there's a third part. There's a third part. And it's so important. This is the part that could have saved Nate. The bystander. The people around. Bullying rarely takes place one-on-one. There's almost always a witness. That witness is almost always there because that's part of the reason the bully is doing it. They're not just trying to get a rise or a reaction out of their victim. They want somebody to see it, and that's where they feel like they get their power, although it's a pretty weak and poisoned power that they're getting. There's so many better ways, you know, like love, and there's 1,000 better ways to get power than that. But the bystander. So if I want to get rid of bullying from within myself and from within the world, then I have to also remove the bystander from within. I cannot sit around and let other people be abused. Does that mean I fight? No. Not necessarily. I don't advocate for violence. I think there's plenty sufficient ways to stop bullying as a bystander that don't involve violence. Sometimes simply standing next to the person getting bullied helps. You know, sometimes saying something. If those don't work, then you as the bystander have to go to the school faculty or HR if this is happening in a workplace, or, you know, law enforcement even. You go get help. And that's what we can do as bystanders. We can no longer have silence in our presence, because all we're doing is enabling it. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. So how do we do this? How do we remove the bully, the victim, and the bystander from within? How do we do that? Well, I think there's only one way. There's only one way to do it. And it has to do with something called an oath. You know, a lot of people don't use the word oath. They don't know about the word oath. They don't have any reverence or respect for that word, the word oath. They barely even know what it means. They probably think it means promise. But it doesn't mean promise. It's something different than promise. Promises can be broken. We know that. We've had people break their promises, and we've broken some of our own promises, even promises to ourselves. So promise isn't what's going to do this. An oath is something that can never be broken. It's something much more grand. It's bigger. It's all-encompassing. It's like a real choice that a person makes, and they do it. And they have respect for that because they know how hard it is, and they know the importance. And that thing is called an oath. So you have to make an oath to yourself. So I can do it. I can make this oath to myself, no problem. I've done it already. I am not going to be the bully. And I'm not going to be the victim. And I'm not going to be the bystander. And since I have taken this oath, then wherever I am, bullying cannot exist. And that is the only way to remove bullying from this world. You have to take this oath. No more bully, no more victim, no more bystander. Sincere oath, one that you believe in. You have to go out into the world and not allow bullying to come from you, to happen to you, or to happen to other people in your vicinity. No bullying wherever you are. And that's the only thing that can be done. And if there's something else that you think can be done, please tell me. Because after you lose your son, you go to this other place. It's dark, but it's clear. And people who haven't experienced it, they seem to think it's probably foggy down there. But it is not. It's very clear. And now that I'm coming back into the light, this clarity has remained. And it defines my purpose. So what can I do to get you to take this oath? How could I? How could I do anything other than within myself? Well, I come to the conclusion that the only thing I can do to help you take the oath is to make a place for that oath to take place. I have to prepare the garden, and those who are ready will come and plant their own seed. So I've done this in the form of what I call the Nate's Glow Peace Treaty. It's a treaty abolishing bullying. We want to abolish it. We don't want to fight it anymore. You know, there is 1,000 things you could tell kids, comebacks that they could use. I just don't think they're good enough. I don't think winning against the bully is the solution. I think the total elimination of the bullying in its entirety is the solution. So I've created this peace treaty. It's an online petition that we're collecting names for. And as the names build up more and more and more and more, we will use those massive numbers to help inspire others to take that oath, to sign the peace treaty. And that's pretty much the only thing I can do. So I ask you, sign the petition. Take this sincere oath and understand that oath is a different word than promise. Add your name to the petition. Go to natesglow.org and you'll see the peace treaty right there. You click it, it's free. Takes not even 1 minute to do. And the importance, your contribution just by adding your name to the petition does so much because it helps inspire other people. That's what you can do. Now, isn't that something? I've identified the problem. I've identified the solution. I've taken the oath myself. I've prepared the garden for you to take the oath. And if and when you do take this oath, and you do add your name to the petition, that inspires so many more people to do the same thing. It's like paying it forward, but instead of doing it with money, you're doing it with inspiration. You're paying it forward with love, hope, and faith. Isn't that what Nate was always trying to teach us? So I ask you, go to natesglow.org. Take a moment of your time. Add your name to the petition. And let's abolish bullying forever. We can do this. We have to do it now. Before we lose someone else. Love, hope, and faith.